us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces. Vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Song 2.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, whom rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. All right, and got a few videos, that I want to go into. All right, dealing with in the news, there's always a lot going on. Even though, all right, this devil, all right, tries to put on the front, like there's some normalcy in the earth. All right, this man is full blown with his agenda, and as he push, closer and closer to his new world order, understand that this is a satanic world order. All right, so we're going to see more filth, more abomination, and more wickedness, being accepted in this society. All right, because the first phase that we seen, of this man, all right, within this society, he pretty much, when he did the separation of state and church, okay, when this man separated the state and church, all right, what was he doing? He was drawing society from a righteous standard, okay? The whole thing of being liberal, conservative, okay? There's nothing more than a pathway that led to Satanism, okay? And within Satanism, the highest form of magic, okay, is through the torture of children, Well, there's actual torture, or, sexually, man, okay? And that's why when you read 2nd Ezra 14, and then we'll play a couple videos, this is 2nd Ezra 14, and let's start at 10. So like at 13, all right. In 13 it says, now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. First it start off with us setting ourselves in order, okay, and our household. If they want to comply, but ultimately you gotta set ourselves in order, because our house is us, man. Now whoever falls under the obedience, all right, of the Israelite man, he's that they're a part of their house, okay. Their family is a part of that man's house, But ultimately starts with us putting ourselves in order, man. Keeping ourselves in order, Okay, it says, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. All right, and that's what we're doing, man. We're sending videos out, as we do these videos are exhortation, to the believers, okay, and also to reprove our people that are still, in darkness, man, in the hopes that they repent. You see? And we're renouncing corruption, man. We're constantly speaking against this man's society and what it stands for, man. Okay? And it says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. Yeah, because one thing about it, what made a lot of people, fold to the juice is because, they was only thinking in the flesh. They couldn't see nothing past this mortal way of existing. Okay? But as Israelites, we have immortality promised to us, man. So these things that we're going to lose on this side in the flesh, man, whether it be jobs, careers, houses, cars, even people, we understand that we're just losing things of this mortal life. Okay? And Yahweh Bashim Al-Shad is finna establish a immortal kingdom, okay, for the nation of Israel, in which we will get everything back, man, even people that we lose on this side, man. So it makes us think different, when you think, okay, about things from an immortal perspective, okay. And it says this the point. It says, and set aside the thought that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter, man. Okay? And this is what we're seeing. That's why we haste to flee. Okay, we just want to see the end, man. Okay? We want to see the end. Everything else that's happened in between, because, we have our moments where we enjoy, ourselves here, man. Okay, we enjoy particular things, but the overtone, all right, of our mindset is what? The end of this place, man. The destruction of this place, man. Because the longer we hear, the greater evils we're going to see happen, man. And not only we're going to see them happen, but become normalized, man. All right. Now, let's just get here. I got a few videos that I want to play. All right, now listen to what Joe Biden said about the about the kids, man, about the children.
Topping pizzas for $5.99 each, as well as lava cakes, bread bites, and more.
Lori Gleason is passionate. She goes above and beyond for her students.
Thank you for being the best mentor. I wouldn't be where I am without you.
Chevy is proud to thank teachers everywhere with a special educator offer.
Past, you might not remember an MSNBC.
Let me see.
Think that they should learn. This is a left-right thing. Creepy.
A call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Creepy, sloppy Brandon Joe Biden is doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. And then, of course, the liberal side has this obsession, and of course the politicians, are the ones who are baiting everybody into this stuff, with them wanting to control your kids, groom your kids, and have say in what your kids learn over what the parents, think that they should learn. This is a left-right thing that they've obviously been working on. The sick part is that the people who are on the left actually believe this stuff and want this stuff and want to teach your kids this type of filth, and they actually believe what I'm about to show you and play for you from right out of the horse's rear end, aka the mouth of Joe, about how the children in school are really the teacher's children, and they're all our children. A lot of trigger terms in here that are going to make parents go nuts. And one of the things, before I show you this clip, that people need to realize, what they're doing right now with the schools is also being done on purpose. Everything's being done on purpose. Don't think that they aren't thinking 10 steps ahead. It's their game. There's an end goal that they want. Homeschooling is a thing that we all have talked about in the past. They get your kids out of the institutions because they're teaching them lies. They're indoctrinating with lies. There's no God in the schools. All of us have been saying it for a long time. Now you're seeing people actually pulling their kids out, but they want that. Because eventually everything is going to be virtual and digital, and they'll have more control over children that way than they would in a school and in a classroom. So by doing this right now, they're getting parents to pull their kids out and eventually bring them into virtual. They'll have some type of regulated school that they have to go through. They'll be like, okay, well, the parents pull their kids out, but we need to have something that's protective of these kids from crazy, blah, blah, blah. And there'll be a program, which I've shown you with the metaverse, of how they want to educate your children. And they'll have actually more control, especially mind control, over your children.
And that metaverse is going to be a whole nother level of witchcraft. Okay, so like he's saying, they're pretty much, causing so much chaos in the schools to, get people, to pull their kids out. Okay, but then they're gonna come with it. They can come with a requirement and say, well, look, they have to learn these curriculums through the metaverse, okay, to be accepted by employers. Okay, that's why they're gonna have all employers. See, that's why they're closing all these little mom and pops. See, they don't have time to try to convince all these different little businesses to be on board. Okay, they want the few mega, businesses to be, open. All right, so everyone can be on board with the agenda. Because now they're gonna say, well, your child, okay, just like now, you have to have a high school diploma for certain jobs. Okay, that's why a lot of people work. That's why a lot of people go to these schools, because a majority of employers want to accept, someone that doesn't have a degree. Okay, so they can do the same thing, with the metaverse. And the metaverse is going to be a complete freak show and enchantment for the children, man. It's damn devil, man. But listen to what your boy Joe gonna say, all right, to these teachers at the White House, man.
When that happens, and that's what this is leading towards. They don't expect anybody to be on board with parents actually allowing teachers to teach their kids about transvestites. They don't want that. People don't want that, but they don't expect anybody to be on board with it. Okay? They don't expect anybody to be on it. They want people to pull their kids out of school. So comments like this are exactly part of the narrative. Listen to Creepy Joe about how your children are his children.
Look, these aren't, we always talk about these children. They're not someone else's children. They're our children. And they are the kite strings that literally lift our national ambitions aloft. They're all our children. And the reason you're the teachers of the year is because you recognize that. They're not somebody else's children. They're like yours when they're in the classroom.
The scary part is that there are people who actually feel this way.
So say these are our children. Okay? I'm gonna say these are children, man. And that's why you seen, pretty much the Juice campaign. What did he start with? He started out with the elderly, saying they was the highest at risk, and then he worked his way down. And see, the children will last. And you can't put nothing past this devil, man. This man probably has a plan to wipe out a lot of adults, okay, and leaving these children, all right, parentless, man. Okay, this is a sick man, all right, and a lot of people are just here. A lot of our people, you Israelites, you're pretty much giving your child over to this system, man, because you fight for this system to stay going. Okay, you're fighting for this system to stay going. All right, now I want to get another one. Okay, now listen to this one.
Secretary, materials coming from your...
All right, now listen to this. Now she's gonna go hard body, okay, on this man's wicked ideology. And one thing about it, whenever you put the pressure on these people, they can never give you a straight answer, because it sounds so ridiculous. It's so wicked that they can't give you a straight answer. Okay, because they know it's gonna sound extremely wicked if they just came straight out and said a yes or no answer, man. Okay, but she finna put the pressure on this guy, and look at look at what's in the books, okay, for the children, man. And this is a lesson, all right, from the brother Karate Zakba in Baltimore. Okay, it was the channel Holy Bible Defenders. So make sure you subscribe, and be, kept in the loop. Like I say, his brother, is diligent, when it comes to keeping up with current events. A lot of, naysaying against the doctrine, and a lot of madness, that's going on in the earth,
Can men get pregnant?
I'm not aware of it.
Okay. Well, Mr. Secretary, materials coming from your department, you've referred to mothers as birthing persons. Mothers are persons, but it seems to be more inclusive, like you're trying to include another gender in that.
I'm all about inclusion, Congresswoman.
There you go. So, well, just as a mother of 4 boys, I'm not necessarily offended at that. I am a person, but it's just unscientific and absurd.
How so?
To include men in that, if you're going to be inclusive, if you're going to be inclusive in birthing persons, yes.
Well, but it seems to me that you're
Let's
trying
back
to
up.
define the term.
Reclaiming my time. Can men get pregnant? Then we don't need to include them in this. Mothers are mothers. Moving forward, Mr. Secretary, I want to read for you from a document from your office, the Office of Population Affairs. Population Affairs. It says in here, and I quote, "Gender-affirming care encompasses many facets of healthcare needs and support. It has been shown to increase positive outcomes for transgender and non-binary children." Mr. Secretary, what is a transgender child?
A child in America is a child in America, and I hope you and I can love that child just as much as we
Can you
love
define
ours.
what a transgender child is?
That's a child in America, and it's an American citizen child who needs the services and love just the way any other child does.
Mr. Secretary, do you believe that a child is capable of making life-altering decisions to maim themselves?
So let me just say to you that I don't agree with your premise, but what I will say to you is children know much about themselves, and with the help of
Do you
their...
believe that children are capable of making the decision to self-mutilate?
Again, I don't necessarily accept the
Well,
premise of your
Mr. Secretary, I
question.
mean, you have gender-affirming care for young people, so this is something that
I
you
don't
have
equate
looked over.
gender-affirming care to mutilation. So if that's where you're going, then you're not going to get the answer you want.
So, Mr. Secretary here, can you tell me if there have been mastectomies, mastectomies, penectomies, or hysterectomies on children? And have taxpayers funded that?
So I could probably use the help of my wife, who's an OBGYN, who could talk more, or maybe Dr. Burgess could help us out here.
For gender-affirming care, to be included in that?
I'm sorry, pose the question one more time, please.
In this gender-affirming care, Mr. Secretary, have there been tax dollars put forward to fund mastectomies, penectomies, and hysterectomies for sex reassignment purposes for minors with gender dysphoria?
So Americans are entitled to receive healthcare services. If they are entitled to receive any of the services that you just mentioned, then it would be against the law for us to try to deny them that care.
So for the record, you favor HHS's funding being able for sex reassignment, for surgeries on minors?
I will do everything I can to defend any American, including children, whether or not they fit the categories you have mentioned or not. And if they talk about gender-affirming care, I am there to protect the rights of any American.
Mr. Secretary, I want to turn to a different document. Your office released this gender-affirming care is trauma-informed care. In this document, you clearly state that gender-affirming care includes puberty blockers, hormones, and surgeries for minor children. You go on to assure parents that there is no scientifically sound reason to doubt hormones and surgeries are helpful to minor children. You also discuss this in a document that the potential for removing children from their parents is on the table if they're not providing gender-affirming care. Mr. Secretary.
The removal of children from parents, if the parents are against gender-affirming care, which pretty much would pay for a child to be destroyed, man. Okay, and no political correct way to say it. All right, no PC way to say it. Okay, the child be separated from parents if the parents is against that child destroying themselves, man. 5, 6, 7 years old, man. Okay, and this is the society that you niggas, okay, want to keep going, because no one is trying to prop America up more than niggas, man. Okay, especially the nigga woman. All right, she's the last one left that still got the mask on, man. Okay, showing you her compliance and commitment to this society. Okay, and all you niggas that voted for Biden, this is what you voted for, man. Okay, this is what you took a vow, because you go to vote, it means to vow. This is what you took a vow to, man. Okay.
Secretary, do you think that parents who believe in two genders only should have their children removed from them?
Secretary, Mr. Secretary, you can answer or respond in writing. Her time has expired.
I can respond very quickly. Congresswoman, I believe in supporting and protecting transgender youth. I believe that they, along with their parents and their caregivers, will make the best decisions. And I would really urge that politicians like you stay out of their business.
I would urge that their parents.
Now, he said that he urged politicians like her to stay out of their business. But wait a minute. You're taking children from parents because the parents are against their children's decision to destroy themselves. Okay? And she's questioning you, and she's told to stay out of their business, but you're actually putting it in writing to take the kids away, to take the children away. Okay? This man's a hell of a hypocrite, man. Okay? Let's get a few precepts. I got a couple more videos I want. I'll get the article next. Alright, well, let's get some precepts, man. You know? But showing you that this man is a huge, hypocrite, man. Alright, and this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You know, he is the son. This is the lineage of the wicked, man. That's real. Okay? Let me see. Alright, this is Job 20 and 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And see, this man's rulership is at its end, man. He done had his moment, of time to rule. Alright, and he's completely destroyed society, man. This is the worst batch of people to ever exist on the earth under the rulership of Esau Edom in this time, man. Okay? It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet shall he perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall not be. It said he shall be chased away as a vision, all right, of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. Okay? And we understand why that the Edomites will eventually be eradicated off the earth, man. You see, the longer, we just get it, we mature in the truth and just see what's happening and really keep up with this devil is doing and what he's about. Okay, we understand completely why there's a judgment written where these people will be eradicated out the earth, man. Okay, it makes perfect sense. Okay, it makes completely perfect sense, man. All right, go to Isaiah 5 and 20. It says, "Woe they call evil good, and good evil. That put darkness for light, and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter." Okay, this is a country where they make it acceptable for children to destroy themselves, man, to maim themselves, man. Okay, and they put that as light as the child being brave and with this with acceptance and love and see, and this is a part of that Jesus Christ doctrine because Jesus Christ told you to accept and love everything. Don't judge nothing. Equality. Okay, to be passive. And we see where it has led to. Now, I want to get this article because look what Jake is becoming. Look what Jake is becoming in this society, man. Damn article. I figured it was gonna do that. Let me see. I might can put it back up. It should come up now. All right. Now look at this, cause this is what this society is producing. Okay, cause this is a very demonic, enchanted, society, man. Okay. Now it says Californian couple. This is from New York Post. May have burned baby son with torchlighter before murdering him. It says a married California couple had been charged with torturing and murdering their 1-year-old son, whose lifeless body was found wrapped in blankets in the back seat of their car Monday. Ricardo Mendez, 27, sound like Northern Kingdom, and Antonita Miller, 24, from Barstow, were jailed in connection with the death of their son Jamari Mendez, who was taken to a Pomona hospital with burn marks and other injuries consistent with ongoing abuse. According to police, the San Bernardino District Attorney's Office announced Thursday that the prosecutors have filed charges of murder, assault on a child causing death, and torture against the boy's parents. They are expected to be arraigned on May the 5th. Okay? So child torture is becoming normal. If y'all seen the article about the another couple, Jakes, they pretty much starved their baby to death. It was 5 months old, but it was only 7 pounds. They pretty much starved it to death. Okay? And Eve got off on it. The man eventually he got put to death on a motorcycle accident. The Most High judged him, but the Eve got off for the time being, and she's probably reserved for a missile, man. Okay, then you had the incident with the mother and grandmother. These are Jakes. They made their child, pretty much die from alcohol poisoning, man. A toddler, they made the toddler pretty much drink until it died, man. Okay? This is the society that this man is creating in the earth, man. Alright? And this is why so much destruction and torment is coming to this society, man. Okay? Now, when you go, let's get this real quick. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 2. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein, man. Okay? And this is why when we came into the ministry, the main thing was what? Separate, man. Okay? Abraham, he was called away from the house of his father, man. That was involved in all this ideology, because they was involved in, Ancient Chaldeans, they was into the child sacrifice and all those different things, man. Okay? But that's why one of the main things in the truth is we convert, all right, to the standard of the scriptures. It creates a separation, man. And the Most High wanted that separation because he's finna deal with these people, man. Because Esau is making everyone in his image, man. Okay? A beast. Okay? A satanic beast, man. Okay? It says an unwise king destroyed his people, man. Okay? Esau Edom is an unwise king, man. These elites, they're unwise kings, man. That give people a culture that destroys themselves, man. Okay? But through the prudence of them that are in authority, the city shall be inhabited, man. And that's going to be through the elect, man. All right? That's going to be the real reset when the righteous are in authority and the people rejoice. Okay? Because even eventually, these heathens are going to enjoy a righteous kingdom, man. They'll never have to worry about, all these different genders and, trying to teach a child, trying to mutilate your child. Okay? Kidnappings and child. See, that's going to be there's going to be zero tolerance for that in the kingdom, man. Okay? But in this place, it's allowed. All right? And you Israelites don't give a damn. Now, the Christian pastor won't say anything. Vocab won't say anything. The nigger pastor, because you have a few Edomite pastors, they might be, Jake look like Edomites. Okay? Now, they'll say something. But the black Christian church has nothing to say about this, man. But it's alright because they're going to be linked into this, man, for not speaking on it, man. So that was the point. Just wanted to touch on those few things. I've been looking at. Lord will you brothers. Alright, and you few sisters were edified. Until next time I say Shalom. Form Yasha Allah. Abba, DTA soon. Shalom.